broken vertical blinds, the carrier's separated, and this happens more than certainly I'd like it to. My strategy when I order vertical blinds is to order a couple together. I try to never order just one, because by ordering two together they package them together and it actually lends strength to each other as they're shipped. I get a lot less damaged ones. That being said, every once in a while you get one that's damaged. This one has a keeper that keeps the back of the track from sliding forward, so we have to take that off first. There's lots of different styles of keepers. There's C-clips, there's screws, there's other types of clips. You saw this one had a clip and then a little hook. There's other ones that have two-prong hooks, but anyway, once you release that, that allows you to slide the whole assembly of carriers forward. And what's happened is this one, the plastic has come out from its connection point. Actually, one of them broke off, and I'm able to extend it. The particular set actually has enough coverage that I'll be okay with one less carrier or a couple carriers closer together. So really not a big deal, but you got to kind of turn these in and rotate them in to the little plastic carrier tabs on the top of the carriers, and usually just pushing the rest in with a flat blade screwdriver like I'm doing here to push it in. Not too difficult. Another way is sometimes you can use a piece of wire and link two carriers together, and you can take out one of the stems if you want to, so that there's not two slats sitting too close to each other. You can actually link them and take out the stems on one set, and then that way it's just sort of linking those together, making it work. There's a lot of different styles of end caps. Once you put the carrier back in, you want to make sure the wheels are correct and the guide for the bottom slips on over the bottom portion of the head rail. And then each end cap is different. Again, some of them have one screw, some of them have two screws, some of them have a little clamp deal that anchors on using two screws. A lot of different styles, but most of it, if you just kind of think it through and look at it, you can mostly figure it out. And this one I had another carrier separated, so kind of had to start over a little bit here. No big deal. Still faster than shipping it back and returning it and going through the whole process. Sometimes it's easier just to repair things. It's going to happen. So this one again, the same thing, just sliding the tab into the top of the carrier and then just using the flat blade screwdriver to position it. And this one, the tab that broke off was kind of in the way, so I just cut that out of the way. No big deal. This one I was pretty lucky in that it wasn't completely installed yet. The installer caught it that it was broken, and so the blinds weren't installed. Some of this you can do in place. It's definitely a little bit easier if you can take it down, and this one I was able to take it down. That was much easier for this particular repair, because it's kind of tricky unless you get a ladder and get up there high enough, and then even taking off the end bracket if it seats right against the wall, it just doesn't give you much room to make what needs to happen. So sometimes it's easier to take it down, and sometimes that's the only way to get it done. So again, the wheels go above the bottom of the track, and then the little feet guides go below the track. So it just kind of keeps everything working like it should. And then the little end cap, you just line it up. This one has one set screw. Just making sure everything's working good. And then this one we have to re-hook. The end cap has a little hook that catches the very back carrier or the last carrier to keep it from moving. So once we get the feet in and slid in properly, then we just use that little hook to grab it and then clip the end cap back on. So here it goes. This just slides into the final carrier. It grabs it, and then you just slide it in. And this particular style doesn't use a screw. It just has a little clip that locks it into place. Nice and easy. And then we can put it back up on the mounting brackets. These I'm just inserting it into the hooked portion of the mounting brackets and then pushing it up into place. You gotta get it flush with the wall. There we go. Locked in. And the wand, you just insert it at its proper angle. And unfortunately I had a couple feet that didn't get in the track, but got kind of an easy trick for getting those back in the track. Right here you can see that one side of the feet is correct and the other is not, so just sliding it over more towards the middle of the headrail, and then you can kind of pull it out and set it back in. Not too difficult. And we're back in business.
Standing on the edge of death and life, standing in between the right. Light shines down, bring truth. Us will fall. Darkness